Hi, welcome to this first part of the lesson where you're going to work out several questions from a sample paper. Let's get started. So without using a calculator, evaluate. So let's begin with the numerator. So for the numerator we have 0.015 plus 0.45 divided by 1.5. Now in this case we have addition and division. So according to the law of operation, BODMAS, we're going to begin with division. So we're going to work out this first. So 0.45 divided by 1.5. Now to divide these, you look at the numerator and the denominator. Where do you have the largest number of decimal places? It is the numerator, 2 decimal places. So to remove 2 decimal places, we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 100. So when you multiply both the numerator by 100, you get this is 45 divided by 150. Simplify. 150 divided by 15, this is 10. 45 divided by 15, 3. So this gives 0.3. Now we have 0.015 plus now 0.3. So we add these 0.015 plus 0.3. So the others can be 0. So this gives 0.315. So this is the solution in the numerator. Let's go to the denominator. Denominator you have 4.9 multiplied by 0.2 plus 0.07. So we have multiplication and addition. According to the law of operation, BODMAS, we are supposed to begin with multiplication. So we multiply these out. 4.9 multiplied by 0.2. So this one, we ignore the decimal places. First we get this is 98. So we have 2 decimal places. So this one, therefore, going backward 2 decimal places would give 0.98. So now we have 0.98 plus 0.07. We add these 0.98 plus 0.07. This gives 1501. So this is the solution, the denominator. Now let's go to the final solution. Now would be the numerator, which was 0.315 divided by the denominator, which is 1.05. So to divide these, we can multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 1000. Multiply this by 1000, and this gives 315 divided by is 1050. So from here we can divide. So we can start by divide by 5. 315 divided by 5, this will be 3 by 5 is give 210. Divide by 21, 10. So 3 divided by 21, 3. So this gives 3 over 10, and this gives 0.3 as the solution. And that is how you're supposed to work out that question. Mutua bought 6 trays of eggs, each at 320 per tray. On transportation, 18 eggs broke. He later discovered that 12 eggs were rotten. If he sold the rest of the eggs at 400 shillings per tray, calculate the percentage profit. So one important thing that you're going to note is that to get percentage profit is obtained by profit divided by the buying price, the purchase price, multiplied by 100. So we need to get the profit and also the buying price for these. So another thing to note is that one tray of eggs has 30 eggs. So in the question, 18 eggs broke, and later he discovered that 12 eggs were rotten. So in total, these are 30 eggs that he did not sell, and this is actually exactly one tray. So if you had 6 trays, you subtract one tray, so he remained with 5 trays, and these 5 trays are the ones that he sold, each at one tray at 400 shillings. So what about 5 trays? So these will be given by 5 multiplied by 400, and these will give 2000 shillings. That was the selling price. So therefore the selling price is Kenyan shillings 2000. Now the buying price is indicated. He bought 6 trays of 30 eggs, each at 320. So the buying price was 6 trays, and each tray was going for 320, and this gives Kenyan shillings 1920. Now, having the selling price and the buying price, we can get the profit. So profit is obtained by, you take the selling price minus the buying price. In this case, the selling price is 2000, the buying price 1920. So working out this, the profit will therefore be given by 80 shillings. It is 80 shillings. So we can proceed now and get the percentage profit, which we indicated earlier on is a profit over the buying price, which is 1920 multiplied by 100. So you work out these very well using your calculator. This one give you 4.1/6%, or you can leave it in decimal form, which is 4.167%, and that is how you're supposed to work out that question. Simplify the expression. So let's begin with the numerator. 3a squared plus 4ab plus b squared. So we shall start by factorizing this expression. Now in factorizing, look at this. Look for two numbers whose product is 3 and sum is 4. And these numbers are, of course, these 3 and 1. Not 3 and 1, yeah, 3 and 1. So we come and insert this is a 3 and 1. We have 3a squared plus 3ab plus ab plus b squared. Then the next step is to factorize these two. What is common between 3a squared and 3ab? 3a is common, so we have a plus b, plus between ab and b squared, what is common? B is common. Factorize that, have a plus b. Then finally we have 3a plus b, a plus b. So that is how we factorize the numerator. Now let's go to the denominator. Now for the denominator, you have 4a squared plus 3ab, 4a squared plus 3ab. This is a minus b squared. So again, we look for two numbers whose product will give -4, and sum will be 3. Now these two numbers are 4 and -1. So we write this expression. Now we have 4a squared, use plus, this is 4ab minus this one, this is ab minus b squared. We factorize, look at these two. So what is common between 4a squared and 4ab? 4a is common, so therefore we have a plus b. Then between ab and minus b is common, so we shall have a plus b in the open. This gives 4a minus b multiplied by a plus b. So this is the denominator and this is the numerator. Therefore now the simplified solution will be the numerator 3a plus b. This is 3a plus b, a plus b, divided by the denominator, which is 4a minus b, a plus b. So when you look at that solution, these will cancel out, will divide out, and therefore we shall get the simplified expression as 3a plus b, 4a minus b, and this is our final solution. So that is how you're supposed to simplify that expression.
And called you from the darkness to the light. Within your heart he saw.
Two consecutive even numbers are such that the sum of twice the larger number and twice the smaller number is 20. Find the product of the numbers. So the first thing we're going to do is to let the even number, the first number, be a, and the second number will automatically be a plus 2. Now just an example of even numbers, we have even number like 2. The next even number after 2 is 4. So you can see there's a difference from one even number to the next. There's a difference of 2, and that is why we have taken the next consecutive even number is a plus 2, where the first one is a, the second one will be a plus 2, since there is a difference of 2. So the next one is 6, 8, and so on. So the first one is a, the other one consecutive is a plus 2. So they are such that twice the larger number, which is a plus 2, that is a sum, and twice the smaller number is a, will give 20. So we can open this bracket, 2a plus 4 plus 2a will give 20. Like terms, 2a plus 2a will give 4a. Then you can take this one to the other side, plus 4 taken to the other side will be minus 4. So this gives 4a is equals to 16. And when you divide both sides by 4, you get a is equals to 4. So the question requires us to get the product of the numbers. So we had let the number to be a. So the first one is therefore 4. And the other one, consecutive, will be a plus 2, which will be 6. Therefore, the product of the two numbers will be 4 multiplied by 6, which gives 24 as the solution. So that is how we're supposed to work out that question. Use reciprocal square and square root tables to evaluate to four significant figures the expression. So let's begin by getting the square of 4.346. So this one you read it directly from the tables of squares, and when you read this you get 18.89. Then the next one is 1 divided by 24.56. So you write this one in standard form. You're going to use the tables of reciprocals to work out this, but first we're going to write this one in standard form, since from the tables of reciprocals you only get figures between 1 and 9.999. So 2.456 multiplied by 1 divided by 10. So this is the number written in standard form. So when you get the reciprocal of this 2.456 from the tables of reciprocal, we get 0.4072. Then we multiply these by 1 over 10. This will give 0.04072. Now what you need to do now is to now add. So we have now the reciprocal of this 1 over 24.56, which is 0.04072, plus we have the square of 4.346, which is 18.89, and now we are remaining with the square root. So we add this, then when we add, we ensure we leave our answer in 4 significant figures, since those are the only figures that you can get from the tables, the 4-figure mathematical tables. So adding this gives 18.93. that is correct to 4 significant figures. Now getting the square root from the tables of square roots, this one will be obtained directly, since the tables of square roots gives the square root of numbers between 1 and 99.99. So when you obtain this from the table, you get the square root as 4.351, and that is how you're supposed to work out that question.
There was a reason why God brought the truth to you and called you from
A watch which loses a half a minute every hour was set to read the correct time at 05:45 hours on Monday. Determine the time in the 12 hours clock system. The watch will show the following Friday at 19:45 hours. So let's go to the solution. So the watch loses half a minute every hour. So 1 hour, it loses half a minute. Half a minute is equivalent to 30 seconds. So that is the first thing. Now it will set correct time as 05:45 hours. This was on Monday, and you're supposed to determine the time that it will be showing the next Friday at 19:45 hours. So what we need to get is the number of hours between Monday 05:45 hours and Friday 19:45 hours. So we need to get the total time. So if you calculate from Monday to Friday, from 05:45 hours to Friday 19:45 hours, this will be a total of 110 hours. So we need now to go to the calculation. If in 1 hour it loses 30 seconds, what about in 110 hours? So this will give 110 times 30 seconds, and these are, first you're going to leave this on the way it is because you're going to convert. Now this will be time in seconds. So we can convert these seconds into, so in minutes, this will be given by 110 multiplied by 30, we divide by 60. And when you work out this one using a calculator, you get, this will be 55 minutes. So this is the time that will have been lost. Now we're supposed to get the correct time that it will be showing on Friday at 19:45. So on Friday 1945, having lost a total of 55 minutes, it will now be showing the time to be 1850 hours. That will be the correct time that it will show after losing 55 minutes. Solve the equation. 9 raised to power x plus 1 plus 3 raised to power 2x plus 1 is equals to 36. So we need to get the value of x. 9x plus 1 plus 3 2x plus 1 is equals to 36. So the first thing you're going to do is to express this 9 to the base of 3, so that is uniform with this. Is to the base of 3, this one is to the base of 9, this to the base of 36. So we can try to first ensure that this 9 is written to the base of 2, so to the base of 3 I mean. So the first thing to do, 9 is equivalent to 3 squared, and then we have x plus 1. So that is how we write 9 to the base of 3 plus 3 2x plus 1 is equals to 36. The next thing, can open this bracket, so 3 2x plus 2 plus 3 2x plus 1 is equals to 36. So the next thing we're going to do is to split. We can split these and these. You're going to do that by doing these 3, these are 2x multiplied by 3 raised to power 2. So this is the same thing. This is the same thing with these. And then when you split these, we'll get 3 raised to power 2x multiplied by 3 raised to power 1. So this is the same thing with these. When we work out these, we'll go back to that. So we are splitting it. So this will give 36. After doing that, you can factor out, and when you look at these, you can see 3 raised to power 2x is common, so you can factor out 3 raised to power 2x. Then into brackets, here you remain with 3 squared, and here we remain with 3 raised to power 1, which is 3, is equals to 36. So we continue. 3 raised to power 2x, 3 squared is this 9 plus 3, which will give 36. You can go on. 3 raised to power 2x. When you remove this bracket, same as multiplication, 9 plus 3 we get 12 is equals to 36. So we want to get the value of x, so we can divide. So divide both sides by 12, and when you divide that, you get 3 raised to power 2x times 12, divide by 12 that side, and the other side we divide by 12. When you divide this side by 12, we remain with 3 raised to power 2x is equals to 36 divided by 12 is 3. 3 can also be written as 3 raised to power 1. Now at this stage you're almost through. You can see the base is the same. So what we do to obtain the value of x, since the base is the same, we just pick the powers. So when you pick the powers, you realize that 2x is equals to 1. Just take these and from these, x divide both sides by 2, you get x is a half. So that is how we're supposed to work out that question.
So he will make you firm, and he will make you strong. He'll guide you and protect you as he has all along.
A Kenyan bank buys and sells foreign currencies as shown below. This buying is selling. 1 Hong Kong dollar buys at 9.74, sells at 9.77. 1 South African rand buys at 12.03 shillings, sells at 12.11. A tourist arrived in Kenya with 105,000 Hong Kong dollars and changed the amount to Kenyan shillings. While in Kenya, she spent 403,879 and changed the balance to South African rand before leaving for South Africa. Calculate the amount she received, that is in South African rand. So what you're going to do now, you're going to start by converting 105 Hong Kong dollar to Kenyan shilling. So according to this table, 1 Hong Kong dollar, so 1 Hong Kong dollar buys the Kenyan bank will buy these, buys at Kenyan shillings 9.74. So what about 105,000 Hong Kong dollar? So to get these, the amount of Kenyan shillings she will receive, we just need to multiply 105,000 multiplied by 9.74. These will give Kenyan shillings. When you multiply these, you get 1,022,700 Kenyan shilling. Now, while in Kenya, she spent 403,879 and changed the balance to South African rand. So this is the amount. So she spent some amount. So we need to get the balance after spending. So she had 1,022,700, then spent 403,879. So these will give the balance. We subtract these, we get 618,821 Kenyan shillings. Now this balance, she later converted this balance back to South African rand before leaving for South Africa. Now from this table, one South African rand sells at 12.11. So in this case, we're not going to use the column for buying. So what the bank will do, the Kenyan bank will sell to this lady the South African rand. So one South African rand sells at, this is Kenya shillings, 12.11. So what about this amount of Kenyan shillings, which is 618,821? So this one, for us to get the amount of South African rand the bank will sell to this lady, we just need to divide 618,821 divided by 12.11. So this gives, you divide this using the calculator, you get this amount of approximately 51,100 South African rand. So this is the amount. So one important thing you're supposed to note is this part, that when she wants to convert the Kenyan shillings to South African rand, the Kenyan bank will sell to her. For the Hong Kong dollar, for it to be converted to Kenyan shillings, the Kenyan bank will buy the Hong Kong dollar and sells the Kenyan shilling. So that is very important to note.
To search for him and practice what is right. You promised him in prayer to do his will.